Welcome to the next edition in the Art Focus series, where I discuss the artwork Squash Soldiers by Pigsy. Squash Soldiers, at 5 meters wide by 2.1 meters high, is the biggest artwork created by the artist to date. It's a mixed media on Unstretched Canvas and was created in 2019 in situ at the prestigious Fitzwilliam Lawn Tennis Club in Dublin City, Pigsy's hometown. This monumental piece is on permanent display in the main squash court. The painting dives into a free-flowing graffiti style of painting indicative of Pigsy's expressionist street style, and it tackles the benefits of undertaking a competitive sports practice. This is illustrated through squash, a sport that the artist has played at a high level since his youth. And the energetic movement involved in this fast-paced sport is fully captured with gestural and colourful brushstrokes. And interestingly, the audience, or the faces in the crowd, were created using the frame of a squash racket as a stencil. The main two figures in the art piece represent the professional and the amateur player, and the connection between their relative ambitions. Pigsy affords both forms an equal billing within the painting to illustrate that the standard you play at is not as important as the benefits accrued from the participation. The artist speaks of the unspoken bond formed by the repetition of a mutual experience, the achievement of a personal set of goals, and the feel-good factor achieved by a participatory role as far more beneficial than merely being good or winning trophies. As usual in Pigsy's work, this artwork is flush with metaphor. The ghostly audience represent the standard bearers of the sport looking on, and both a left and right-handed player can be seen either side of the painting in order to symbolise equality and inclusivity. Finally, the artist's perennial fascination with the functions of the brain are dotted throughout the work. The piece is gridded out to represent a squash court, but also the 8 parts of the brain that are utilised during a competitive pursuit. We know that within Pigsy's work there's always a double meaning, and sometimes even triple meanings, and he explains as an artist with dyslexia that his paintings can be described as chaotic, and he jokes further that this is a bit like his squash playing. The dyslexia can be evident in the words or text that are written in a haphazard manner or crossed out, and he explains that to understand how he paints, we must be aware that he is continually battling against what he calls his dyslexic brain. And to do this, he always firstly starts out with a methodical planning of an artwork in order to ensure a cohesive finish to it. Additionally, he bases most of his paintings on mathematical equations, and the mathematical basis means that although he paints in a loose and fluid manner, his marks are always deliberate, and when the painting is finished, it has a rigidity and structure, subtle as it is, that can be read or picked up on by the viewer.